And now let's talk about drug abuse. Drug abuse often starts small, just like a pill at a party, one or two puffs of bangi, a sip of liquor passed around, just trying something once. But I want you to know the truth is that one puff of bang, that one sip of liquor, cigar, give it any name you'd want to use, that one can turn into a spiral, a habit, a character, an addiction, and eventually an obsession. Drugs don't just mess with your health. They hijack your motivation, they damage your relationships, and kill your overall potential. They numb the very parts of you that make you creative, driven, and alive. And they don't discriminate. Talented athletes, smart students, artists, leaders, call it. No one is immune unless their eyes are wide open to the threats of drug abuse. What makes it worse is that drug abuse often happens in environments shaped by peer influence. One bad decision, one attempt to fit in, one attempt to please, can start a journey down a path that is hard to get back from. This is why awareness matters. You have to recognize the risk before you're in this situation. You need the confidence to say no, not just to others, but to the voice in your own head that says, maybe I can just try once, what will happen if I fall into the trap? Why must I then stay away from drugs and substance abuse? There are lots of voices out there telling you that trying drugs is not a big deal. Some say, it's just once anyways. Others say, everybody else is doing it, so why am I an exception? And maybe part of you wonders, what's the real harm in trying these things? Let me tell you the truth. The real harm is not just in what drugs do to your body. It's in what they steal from you, your future. Drugs don't just come into your life shouting like a storm. They show up quiet, disguised as a party, a moment of escape, or a way to feel accepted. But over time, they take and take and take and take away from you and leave you hopeless and helpless. Here is what they take. Drugs take your clarity. They cloud your ability to think clearly and make good choices. You stop seeing opportunities. You stop seeing yourself. Can you imagine? Drugs take away from you the motivation. Can you imagine that drive you have, that hunger to build something with your life? Drugs can numb it. The moment you start using drugs, you stop caring. You settle. Drugs also interfere with your relationships. The people whom you love start to drift away. Drugs steal your freedom from you. Substance abuse can lead to addiction, legal trouble, school suspension, or even worse outcomes. And ultimately, they take away from you the true inner potential. Let me explain. That vision you have for your future, Drugs hit the pause button on it. It hits the pause button on your goals, sometimes permanently. You see, no one wakes up one day and says, I want to ruin my life. It starts with small choices, ones that feel harmless. But drugs don't just hurt you in the moment. They disconnect you. Your cars disconnects between you and where you're meant to be. Drugs disconnect you from your true potential. Drugs disconnect you from your true purpose. Drugs disconnect you from your values. So why stay away? Because you have too much talent, too much purpose, too much greatness inside of you to let go away for a one quick high. Because the pain, stress, anxiety, or pressure you might feel, there are better ways to handle them. There are healthier outcomes, outlets, stronger solutions, and people who are willing to help. Because staying away from drugs is not about being lame or scared. It's not about being weak. It's not about being foolish. It's not about being trendy. Let me tell you something. Let the world call you staying away from drugs and cool, if they want. But remember, cool fades away. But character lasts. Temporary highs come and go, but they have with them long-term consequences. And real confidence comes from saying, I know who I am, and I know where I'm going, and I know what I want. So stay away from drugs, not out of fear, but out of respect. Respect for yourself. Respect of your body. Respect for your mind. And respect for your future.